Hello, welcome back to the Unfiltered Mark. I'm your host, Mark. Um, as if you've seen my last video, this is Kingsley and this is Macy Girl. She is. Come here, get closer so I can actually pet you. She always rests in like the weirdest positions, and I'm like petting her all the way back here. Like I want to just be able to. That's why I like him. Oh my god, I love her. I had Macy before had Macy. I had Macy before I had Kingsley, but um, I need to shave her paws. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. I'm kind of scared, but I need to shave her paws. Um, it's been a while since she's been to a barber. I usually wait. She doesn't need it. You want to know the truth, and her matting has been good. When I first got this dog, oh my goodness, this girly, she was. Um, listen, I'm gonna say these two are my best friends, right? Sad to say sometimes, but they are my best friends, and they are. Uh, they've helped me through a lot. So, but they're dogs, and I'll give them the respect they deserve by making sure it's not disrespectful to call an animal an animal. Like you see a chicken taking a crap on your front porch, you're not gonna be like, chicken, why are you doing that? Why would you crap on my front porch and freak out on it? It's a chicken. What do you expect? Chickens are gonna crap everywhere. Same with dogs. I think we some people kind of hold them to a higher level when they start seeing them as um, almost like people. And I know I've done that before. I wondered, why do I have to say the same thing 1,000 times? Oh my god, I don't want to tell you the number of times I've had to yell at him not to chase after a squirrel, and to yell at her for not instigating him to chase after a squirrel. See, they're dogs. They're gonna do it. I don't know what to tell you. You can't change the world. You can't control the world, and you can't control a dog. A dog wants to go after a squirrel. Let him go after a squirrel. I do see them as family. But I see them as dogs. So all I'm trying to say is, if you hear me call them dogs, don't be offended. If you are, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Move on. Not from the channel. Move on from the word, I guess, because it's just a word. Just a word. Dog. You can call me guy, which actually isn't that offensive. I don't mind if people call me guy. Eh, I wouldn't do it. If someone does it, I'd be like, all right, it's just a little distasteful. Depends on who does it. If it's some guy from like Boston or from New York, and they're like, "Hey, guy, come over here," I'll be like, "Oh, what's up, guy?" I'll be like, "Hey, uh, I like Buddy. I think Buddy. What's up, Bud?" I call people Bud all the time. Big guy. That's my thing. Apparently, this past year, I've been calling people Big Guy. Um, don't call a girl Big Guy or Big Girl. I realize they don't like that. They do not like that. And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, big guy? Come over here." And then, at work, some girl passes by, or I'm not catcalling here, but um, yeah, a female coworker walks by, and I'm like, or not walks by, but like I'm like, "Oh, big girl. What'd you call me? What? Like, we're not doing that." They're like, "No, we're not doing that." They're like, "Am I big? Am I fat?" And I'm like, "No, no, you're just big." Guys like it when you call them big guy. I don't know, like some guys don't. Some people are like, "Why you calling me?" I only do it with people like I'm close with. Even the girl part, like I'm not gonna call any girl big girl. No way, no way. Someone comes slap me across the face one day, be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Um, it would be valid. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that offended if someone slapped me for calling them big girl. I'd be like, yeah. So that's why I wouldn't do it. A main reason why I uh, watch how I talk to people is because I like my face too much, and I haven't been punched in the face, and I don't plan on being punched in the face. So I don't want someone turning around, and I always say, God made me small. I'm not that small. I'm 5'8", but He made me small because He knew He gave me a big mouth, so He gave me a small body. Because otherwise, I would be getting into so much fights and arguments and bullshit. Um, um, so I'm just grateful that My size is kind of what stops me from yapping too much sometimes because I can't back it. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I gotta stop. Uh, he's about to start dreaming. He's doing the little leg twitch and the yeah, he's doing his little leg twitches. I don't know how he can get into such a deep sleep in like 2 minutes. He was literally just up and running, or not up and running, but he was just up a second ago, and she's asleep. She's there. Her eyes are open, ish. Well, they are now. Baby, go to sleep. I don't know what he dreams about. I don't know how dogs dream. Oh, I forgot. We're doing word of the day. If you watched video number one, we're doing word of the day, and this word is, for some reason, when I said, oh, we're gonna do word of the day, the word that came to mind was juvenile. If that resonates with someone, please. This is by all means not a tarot or horoscope. This is not a horoscope channel. This is not one of those like, but I'd like it to be something along those lines, of like, this isn't a mystical channel. I'm not here to read your future, but I am here to just help talking to you. And if something resonates more than the next, hey, maybe that can be a thing. You wanna at some point in the videos, at some point you're like, I'm gonna pick this random video and I'm just gonna fast forward to the 16-minute mark, and whatever he's talking about, I'm gonna try to like take that as a message from my spirit team or from the part of the universe that is trying to communicate with me or whatever, right? That would be kind of cool. It's a new form of tarot. Aha. It's the ADHD ramble, ramble until something resonates. And then honestly, you want to know the truth? A lot of the videos I see, a lot of the horoscope videos I see, it's kind of like that. Some of them they hit the mark. Oh my God. They're like, this happened to you, and this is happening to you now, and this is what's going to happen. I'm like, stop. I got to do one of those, like, oh girl, like, what? What? But a lot of times I'm like, no, no, no. And then they're like, oh, but also you're such a kind person. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, they're talking about me. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. They're talking about me. This video is so true, And then they start talking about, and this lover is gonna come out and tell you all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, there's no one currently on my roster, so that's almost not guaranteed. It's almost guaranteed to not happen. However, they got that one out of 100 things that they said they got it right. So like, I'm sure the rest of this video must be right. You get what I mean? Like you can convince yourself, that a message is meant for you. And by all means, I am not trying to diminish or downplay horoscopes. I think they're awesome. I watch one too many horoscope videos. I'll tell you guys my sign one day. Um, not today, not today. Uh, that is Imagine Dragons, one of the best bands ever. I don't care what you say, one of the best bands ever. Imagine Dragons, and it's I think it's literally called Not Today. It isn't over unless it's over. Something like that. I don't know. All I know is, what time is it? What time is it? It's almost 9. Um, Something along those lines. It's almost 9. So I'm gonna probably do 10 more minutes and go to bed. Hey, this is the Unfiltered Mark, and I did not just pause to remember what I was naming this channel. This is the Unfiltered Mark, and when Mark gets tired, Mark goes to bed. Or I want to honestly, I have work tomorrow. I had these past 2 days off because of the snowstorm, which you would know if you watched the first video. Watch the first video. No, but this is literally video number dos, two. Do I only know how to say it in 2 languages? Uh, no, I know Armenian. Yergu. Uh, nine. That's actually two. So dos, two. Two, dos, yergu. Un, deux. Deux is technically a different language. How do you say it in Spanish? Dos is Spanish. Uno, dos. And what else is there? To nine. Nine. That's in Arabic. And then, and he's up. What do you hear? He just heard the word Arabic. He was like, where? Where they at? Right here, buddy. Uh, no, come on. There has to be at least Japanese. Like, watched so much anime in my life. I could at least. Anyway. So, word of the day was juvenile. And maybe this video is meant to resonate with that part of the collective that is um, feeling juvenile today and feeling childlike. Or perhaps that part of the collective that is feeling that they need to let go of something that might have happened. You are my armrest. That happened um, back in their childhood. I think it's. I'm kind of making fun a little bit, not really. There is a YouTuber that does that. Um, I'm too new to be dropping names of other YouTube channels because, like I said, I don't really know how this works, and I don't know if people want to be mentioned in some other random person's video. But if you do, let me know. If you do want me to tell you the names, let me know. But I think, yeah. So she does that. She's like, and I like that honestly, because she tells you like horoscope, not horoscopes, but she tells you like messages. She channels, right. And again, I listen to channeling and stuff like that, but I'm not over the top woohoo about it. I'm just kind of listen, almost like a pastime. But a lot of stuff does resonate, and I do believe the universe talks to you in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, talks to you through these guys. It talks to you through YouTube videos. It talks to you through anything. Hi, big guy. Hi. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. You talking to me? You talking to me? Look at his eyes. Ah, why do you not want to turn around now? Ah, look at those. He's got big brown eyes. They're more hazel. Pretty doggo. I love this sweater. You want to know the truth? Because it matches him. That's why I love this sweater. Because I feel like I'm one with him. I gotta get a black sweater for her, a black and white sweater. But I love this dog. Oh my god. I mean, both of them, obviously, but I love these dogs. The number of times these guys have just helped me get out of the funk of my own head, and they're the reason I would go walking in the parks and stuff. I mean, I used to love walking by regardless, but having dogs definitely help because it makes for me. I like to feel purpose driven, and I like to feel like I'm doing something that's going to kind of um, create, not create necessarily create, but there's gonna be yeah, there's gonna be, yeah, almost create. You're gonna create something out of it, or there's gonna be a benefit to doing something, right? And unfortunately, we forget that sometimes we just do things, and it's fine. We're allowed to do things without having there being all this excitement at the end, or without there being like, oh, you want to just walk in the park. Well, yeah, well, if I'm walking in the park, I have to walk, and I have to use it as a means to decompress and to go through my thoughts and to like let things off my chest. It's like, no, just walk. All that stuff will happen by itself naturally. Just walk. Nothing wrong with that. Or this stupid puzzle. I'm recording this currently on my coffee table, and let me recenter this video now that she's gone. Princess is gone. She's my princess, by the way. She's my princess. He's not my. Is he my prince? Sometimes I call him my prince. I love this dude. I'm gonna try not to swear through these videos. I don't know how likely I am to not swear, but I'm probably gonna be swearing at some point. And I'm sorry. I grew up in Boston, so between every Between every swear and another swear, there's a swear. It just happens. I don't put. That's why I tell you, like, I don't put a lot of weight behind a lot of words. It's less what you say, but how you say it. Um, I know some people hate when they hear that. They're like, "Oh, it's not what you said; it's how you said it." It's like, what was it? How was I supposed to say it? I don't know. Say it differently, and that's I resonate with that. It's not how you said it, or it's not what you said. It's how you said it. I can. You're an idiot. Or dude, you're an idiot. There's a difference. Even the dogs can tell, right? Kingsley, I love you. You're so awesome. Kingsley, I love you. Kingsley, I love you. You know what I mean? Like they can read tone as I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to prove a point. But, you know, and um that's kind of people are a lot simpler than you think. We really are. Um and so go with watch your tone. Watch your tone. But anyway, so that's why I like to I don't like to put too much weight on my words because I'll say a lot of stuff. I'll say a lot of stuff. And I don't fixate on every word I say most of the time. Sometimes I do. Oh my god. You get to relive those thoughts for the next 15 years wondering why you sounded so stupid. Uh but it's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. And my swears, I don't necessarily think much of them. I just swear. It is what it is, but I understand some people don't like it, and I'm trying to respect that. um I'm trying not to alienate a bunch of people just by swearing, because I do swear a lot. And if I ever upload the videos, if I ever do upload those videos, I might put a very big warning. Hopefully by then I'll have found out how to edit the videos, and right here, oh there we go, right here, boop, I put uh, warning, foul language. I'm so warm. I'm so warm. The sweater's hot. I turned up the heat. I have a blanket on. I have a hat on, and I have this guy's so warm. Um, he's so warm. Um, yeah, I don't even know. Oh yeah, juvenile, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Honestly, she's a good channel. We should probably. I'll probably end up what's it called, but I do like the way she does it, where she just kind of like, it's not meant for you. This is meant for this part of the collective and this part only. And if this sounds like it might be you, then by all means listen to the video, listen to the message. I don't want to do that because I don't want to again put off those like um, palm reader slash what do they call those psychic, I guess, psychic vibes or whatever. I'm not trying to do, or yeah, fortune teller type of vibes. I'm just trying to talk. I really am. I'm just trying to talk, and this is me. This is me. I'm willing to be your friend. Are you willing to be mine? I'm willing to talk to you. Are you willing to listen? And if you are, by all means, hello. Welcome to this part of the collective, and I'm glad that you're here. And if you're ever just bored and want to hear someone talk, here you go. You can hear me rant. Hopefully, by the time you find this channel, I'll have a few videos under my belt, and you'll have quite a selection of videos to listen to, and we'll go from there. Man, it'd be so awesome. Oh my god. Oh, I have thousands of subscribers, and we can all create a little community where we can talk to each other, and they'll branch off, and a couple dozen here, a couple dozen there, and we can start community collectives, and um, everyone can, maybe, I don't know, we'll have like different, what do people use, Discord, or I don't know what this, I've never even been on Discord, but Discord or Telegram or WhatsApp or email chain groups, I don't know. We can start some sort of groups where people of, oh thank god he's off, so I can at least take this blanket off. People of it looks bad. All right, we'll just keep that on. I'm wearing my PJs. I don't know what to tell you. I'm wearing my PJs. It's 9 o'clock. I was about to go to bed. Decided to record this video, but that'd be cool, wouldn't it? It's the whole point of this channel, for me at least. You know, the unfiltered mark. It's for me to be unfiltered, be raw with you guys, and just let it out. And those of you that resonate, hey, hello. And hopefully build that community through the chat, through other means, whatever those other means are. I don't know. I'm kind of a YouTube virgin when it comes to this stuff. I don't know. So we'll do this together and build up a community of people that just want people. You know, I think that's one thing we're missing nowadays. This like human connection really is. We're missing this just ability to just talk to someone, or more than just talk to someone, just listen to someone talk. You know, sorry, you get the you get the ADHD neighbor that doesn't know how to stay on topic, but hopefully it's entertaining. And if you do like this the way it is, then so be it. And if you want it to be stuck to one certain topic and stick to that thought, and there will be, trust me, there will be. Right now, I'm kind of just letting a lot of it out, just because I need to let a lot of it out. Uh, but the videos I usually do tend to center around a specific theme, and that theme is whatever I'm feeling for that day, or and we just talk about it, because usually the you know, what do people like talking about? They like talking about the things that are on their mind. So why am I gonna come up with some random topic and be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this random thing that I thought of 2 weeks ago that I don't even care about now, you know, or that isn't on my mind now. I'm just gonna be grasping at straws, trying to find a way to bring him out, you know. So, by the way, if anyone's watching this and they know how to grow potatoes, I have probably a dozen potatoes that have all started. Ah, I need to cook. I forgot. I told myself I was gonna cook tonight. Anyway, I have a dozen potatoes that started sprouting, and I need to um I just put them in a bin. Well, they started sprouting like a lot. I have a video. I might upload that at some point. But I put them in a bin, bucket, if you will, with some soil in there, because it's too cold for me to put them outside. The shock will kill them. I used to be a gardener, so I know a couple things about plants. A couple things. That's it. I don't claim to know a lot. But yeah, I gotta move them, because apparently each one needs like 12 inches of space minimum, I think they said, and I put 12 of them within 2 square feet of of each other. So yeah, I should have put that. Should be enough for two. There's 12 in there, but I'm keeping the lid closed so that they'll remain a little dormant. Problem is, it's warm in the house. I didn't think about that. Tomorrow it's gonna be 50. This next couple days it's gonna be like 50 degrees. So I'm probably gonna move them out this week. That's the thing. I'm afraid of shocking them. So I'm hoping that they'll remain dormant for, and there's a lid, so there's no sunlight. So hopefully they won't try to grow. Um, they'll remain dormant. Just give me 3 more weeks. Middle of March, 3 more weeks. Yeah, then I can plant them. So what are we? February 22nd now? No, 24th. Oh, holy crap! It's 24th. So yeah, 3 more weeks. I should be able to put them outside. I'll check if they start going through. That means that I have to. If they start going through, I hurt my back. Just in case you're wondering why I always grimace every time I get up. I'm sure you'd prefer to see him than me. I prefer to see him. Oh my god, there he is. is the star of the show right there, scratching his ear, now licking his foot, and then doing his thing. Juvenile. That's the word of the day. Whatever that means to someone. I know, and this will be a whole video, and I said I was going to stop at 20 minutes, but if I can make this personal, I would say I know personally I've had a lot of things that I thought I had dealt with, or that I thought that I had shoved way deep down for long enough that they wouldn't resurface, or that I just burped, that they wouldn't resurface, or that maybe I had dealt with, but I apparently hadn't. So it's so for me, when I say that word juvenile, I kind of look at it in two different ways. One of them being like, what are some juvenile or some things that happened as a juvenile, as a child, um, that maybe I need to come to terms with, allow to resurface, um, and evaluate, re dissect, maybe not. Sometimes it's not a matter. I don't know. I'm kind of teetering on this philosophy of like sometimes you don't need to let things or to relive things. You don't need to dig old memories out, bring them back to the surface, because it can kind of not just be scary, but it can kind of make you spiral um, into that thought process. So instead of trying to bring all these memories out and accidentally outside of a therapy setting, it can probably cause you to um, it might cause you to again spiral and fixate. That's what you don't want. That's why being able to talk to someone, they they can help you surface them up, bring them out. I look fat, but I'm not. It's no problem if I was, but I'm just saying this thing. Sometimes it's I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to make sense of it myself. If I want to bring them out and re you relive them. If when you remember them, you are reliving them, whether you want to believe it or not. There's no way to remember something without reliving it. The problem is, can you remember slash relive it without fixating on it, without allowing yourself to spiral into this the feeling? The whole point is that you're trying to break away from how they made you feel or how they are currently making you feel. So when you've already broken away a little bit, why, instead of moving on to the next step, which is accepting them and creating a different reality, rewriting your future, why am I revisiting the past and possibly accidentally getting stuck in that past? I'm not a guru here. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a teacher. I'm nothing. I'm just a man talking to his phone, A man. Ha, crap. I'm old enough to where I gotta say that. I'm a man talking to his phone. Um, and I, if someone, has other thoughts, maybe like, hey, it is the healthier way to do it. And so, maybe I'll be open. I'm all ears. I put my ear caps on. Oh God. Uh, but yeah, personally, I'm starting to get on the or starting to maybe believe or think that there's no need to rehash it, and just that they had caused an issue, right? Okay, what can I do to fix that issue? Now, some psychologists, some therapists will tell you, well, you can't fix the issue until you get to the root of it. and until you sit there and dissect and relive and redelve and but what are you doing? You're putting yourself back in that mindset. That's not for everyone. Some people want to live that way or want to be able to learn and decipher their thoughts and emotions that way. Some people don't. It's there. Okay. I'm not going to change the fact that it happened. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change the way I felt about it, but I can change the way that I let it affect me moving on. Does that make sense? Um, so, and by all means, I think you might consider it regression therapy or something like that when you're kind of going back and trying to understand why you are who you are now based off of what happened to you back then. So I'm not trying to devalue that and take take value from it, but I am saying that I know that it's there. I know that it happened. I know that what it has done to me has embittered me in ways. It has made me more anxious. It has made me more self conscious. It has made me more susceptible to injury, if you will. It has made me more blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate, you know, if they want to be honest with themselves. Everyone goes through stuff, all right? Not one person's trauma is more, is worse or better or bigger, should I say, or harsher than another's, right? It's all subjective, you know. And again, I'm not trying to downplay anyone who has been through some truly tragic stuff because some people really have, but some people, you know, they just grew up in a household where everyone yelled at everyone, right? Or where it was, you know, everything on paper looked good, but they didn't get the love or the sense of security that they felt that they needed as a child, and they embody that, you know, and that does manifest its way as an adult, manifests itself as an adult. Um, so everyone has their own issues. Everyone, and you can't, I know I've done that where I'm like, oh yeah, I've been through some crap, but look at this person. They've been through way worse. And try to say that I and guilt trip myself into not thinking that I should um, sit with that pain um, because because I don't have the right. I don't have the right to feel bad for myself. Look at my life. It's still good. I still have a house. I still have this. But allow it, and allow yourself to feel bad so that you can fix it. Because if you don't, it's still gonna be there. Okay, that it's still gonna be there, and it's gonna manifest one way or another. It is going to make its way around. It's just a matter of, do you want it to sneak up on you by itself, or sneak up on you, or do you want to confront it and tackle it? um so I guess that's where I'm at, where I feel like I don't I know the problems are there, and a part of me is trying to think that maybe it's not so much reliving them, and it's a matter of, what do I do now? What's the next step? Okay, I know that I have what a fear of rejection. Do I need to go down memory lane and figure out where that fear of rejection came? Some people will tell you you have to. I'm on the side of the boat. I think that's a yeah. I'm on the boat that says that you don't. You know that it's there. So allow yourself to move on. And what can you do to change it? Now, again, I also do believe that both are right. There is no right or wrong. I have used both methods. Well, I've used that more. I've used the whole going back into your past and go to the source. I've used that before. Um, but I'm kind of trying to now exercise this new perspective or shift in outlook, you know, where I can't change the past. I can accept it, and I can accept how the past has affected me in the present. Now I want to know, how can I willingly change my future. One of my favorite people ever, and I hope one day she watches these videos. One of my favorite people ever told me once, well, not once. Oh my God, she repeated it 1.5 million times. But she would say, ah, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it's uh, God give me the strength to change the things that I can, and the will to accept the things that I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. God give me the strength to accept the things that I cannot change, the strength or the will to accept the things that I cannot. Wait, wait. God give, all right, one last time and I won't butcher it. God give me the strength to accept the things that I cannot change, the strength to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I caught myself on the tree. Oh, I just showed you my palm. Someone's gonna. Oh my God, someone's gonna read my future, bro. Oh my God, they're gonna. I can tell you, I've had a palm reading. I think once. Oh my God, it was like 15 years. I'm old enough. I can say that 15 years ago. Um, I'm not that old, but I'm an old soul. All that wisdom. But I forget what the palm reader said. To be honest, all I know is I don't. It was a little weird. A little weird. And then they also do this thing where they read your coffee cup and the markings on your coffee cup. Those are kind of cool. And you come up with random bullshit, bro. You come up with random bullshit. I'm telling you, I've read people's cups for them. Their fortune. They read the cup, and I'm like, oh yes, oh uh huh. Oh, that looks like an elephant. Prosperity. You will be getting a lot of prosperity in your life. I'm like, I don't know what the hell. And in all fairness, I do see an elephant, but and I feel like sometimes, well, for one, people just want to hear what they want to hear sometimes, but also two, um, who knows? Maybe that's what reading the future is. It doesn't make sense to you, but who said it had to make sense to you just because you're the one reading it, you know? And who says that there has to be all these rules and laws and uh, rules around reading? People used to do readings on everything. They used to use chicken bones or animal bones to read oracles and stuff, or read the future. People would look at signs from the universe, and oh well, I saw, a hawk, and then I saw, like today, I saw two vultures while we were cutting down the tree. I saw two vultures. We weren't cutting it down. The tree had fallen because of the snowstorm, but it was a big tree and it was on its side. It was kind of dangerous. So my neighbor was cutting a part of it, and I heard the dogs growling, and they looked up, and I looked up and I saw the vultures, and I just got this like bad feeling. I was just like, oh God, what are the vultures here for? Is he gonna do something stupid and accidentally have the whole thing land on him? Luckily, nothing, none of that happened. So I guess I'm not that good at reading the future. But they're there. So they were there. So I don't know. I guess, or maybe they're. I don't know. It was stupid, but juvenile. Yeah. If there are any, and I'll delve into this 1.5 million times over. I know I will. The topic and the theme of childhood. I don't necessarily want to say trauma, but for lack of better words, childhood trauma, childhood experiences, childhood happiness, childhood memories. Just childlike innocence, childlike um, vitality, life. Essence. Uh, it's it's a topic that I'm going to be talking about a lot. Because I think that a lot of things go back to that. I mean, think about it. That's where you wrote your entire. That's where you wrote your. That's where your wiring came in from. Just like a computer. I hate computers and I don't know computer terminology, but it would go something along the lines of like, you know how computer programs have a coding, right? Right, and you build off of that coding, but the base coding is still there, and then you can improve upon it. Same deal with your mind, right? You have that coding, and now we're just building upon it. And sometimes we build in the wrong direction. So what you got to do is rewire that coding to serve you, to help you live out your purpose, your destiny, your you, to help you live out your you, your true self, whatever that might mean. And it'll mean a million things to a million different people. So, um, with that, this has been the Unfiltered Mark with your host, Mark. Um, that's me. Uh, they are gone. The dogs are gone and asleep, but they're living their best life. Meanwhile, I'm hungry and I really did want to cook, but I think I'm just going to make a quick like egg sandwich or something because I am. It's not going to take long. It's not going to take long. I'm just going to be lazy. That's why I don't want to. I just don't want to. I got to cut up the potatoes and a little bit of cabbage. I got to saute them. Probably will take like 20 minutes to do all that. And then I got to put some, I don't even know what you'd call it, dried milk, I guess, in there and turn it into a soup. What else did she put? Garlic. I think she put a garlic. A piece. My mom told me she's going to tell me one time and she won't tell me again because every time she tells me a recipe, I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And the next day I ask her to repeat it. And then a couple hours later, I ask her to repeat it. And then when I start working on it, I ask her to repeat it. And then as I'm working on it, I call her and I ask her, and then she's like, listen, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to tell you one time. There's only 3 ingredients. There's actually 4. So that's how she messed me up. There's the milk, the potatoes, the cabbage, and the garlic. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So I'm not going to forget it. I knew I should have written these down. I always told myself I'm going to write a freaking cookbook. I got to write a cookbook. But before everything, I'm going to upload these because I want them out there. Because if I don't do it now, I won't ever do it. And I just want to do it. First, I have to create a YouTube channel. Then I have to upload them. Excuse me. Yeah, this is video number 2. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see how it goes. This will be either. Actually, no. It's not either going to be great or absolute trash. No, it's great. I got something out of it. I got 2 hours of free entertainment. I just entertained myself at the minimum. You know, not everything's either, oh my god, it's gonna be the next big thing or it's gonna be nothing at all. You know, like some things are allowed to just be themselves and allow them to fruit by themselves. Have the patience. Have the patience, and allow it to be fruitful in its own time. I'm like Picasso, you know. Uh, No, wait, which one's the one that cut off his ear? I think that was Picasso. I have my ears, thank God. Um anyway, if you are needing anything, let me know. Right. And for those of you who are just joining the channel, welcome. Hi. And that's all that's about all I can say. I don't really have anything else to say. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Mark, and I am here with you on the Unfiltered Mark. And I don't have a ring camera or ring light or anything like that. This is my living room, and it's just me and my dogs, and we're talking, and we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna make this. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get something out of this. I know we are. Not just me on a personal level, but all of us. And I'm gonna end this video because I'm very close to 44 minutes and 44 seconds. And I will see you guys on the next one. And good night.